I was always misunderstood as an athlete.
Talk to me about being coachable, the importance of being coachable.
Yeah, there's nothing else to. You can't not be coachable.
Yeah.
So
Some people are.
and some aren't, and the ones that aren't just,
Yeah.
I was always misunderstood as an athlete because I asked a ton of questions.
Yeah.
Because I was always very curious. And I think a lot of my coaches took that as I was combative to what we were doing. And I don't think it was ever that. It's like I wanted a legit
You don't understand why.
I wanted to understand why. I wanted to know why. I wanted the process. I wanted to know exactly what this was affecting and how
Yeah.
we would be implementing. And if I didn't, I'd be like, I don't need to do it. If I don't know why I'm doing something, what's the point?
Sure.
Right? I was never a blind
Yeah.
athlete. And I think that in my coaching, I get too in the weeds about a lot of that stuff because that's how I want it to be. So I talk a lot of that stuff, and some athletes are like, I don't care. Just whatever you do, I trust that you're going to do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a really interesting balance there. But that's where I think you have to first establish a relationship with the individual before they can allow you, before you expect them to trust you.
Yeah.
And then the only way that they'll trust you is if you provide them with, I think, adequate information or a result of some sort, or if you provided results to others in the past, there's a level of like respect for what you've done for others. And I think all of that allows an athlete to be coachable. But then some are just aren't.
Right.
Some just don't mesh personality-wise. They don't mesh with what your philosophy is, and that's okay. And there's that fine balance between I ask for respect from my athletes first. I said just respect me as a coach and I'll respect you as an athlete. And in that level of respect, I will always allow communication. I'll always allow for you to tell me if you feel like you need something else. And then I'll explain to you as to why we're doing things and what the vision is.
Right.
And sometimes it's difficult because if you don't allow the program to like have a process of maturing within the athlete, and the athlete doesn't allow for that, then they don't know what the issue may be. But I think a lot of it comes to bad coaches who will blame that others versus themselves. So what I know at the end of the season is that I'm going to do a full review of what my program was and why it didn't work for certain people. Because of course it's not going to work for 100% of people.
Right.
And you have to do that meta-analysis essentially of your entire program, your entire population that you worked with, and why it didn't work for certain individuals and why it worked for the others.
Yeah.
So figuring that out. And I know that I'll do that. If I know that an athlete has put forth their best effort, then I can take responsibility for saying I didn't do that athlete justice. I just had the situation here now is that at the end of the season we didn't have the best showing, and one of my athletes completely committed to the program. She did not succeed like she did the years past. Same coach, same athlete, different year, didn't see the success she saw last year. But on the other end of it, another athlete exploded. School records and all that stuff. And it's like, well, what didn't I do for that one person that I did in the years past, and what did I do for this person that all of a sudden was so magical? And that's so difficult when you have so many different types of people. That's the one thing about one-on-one training is that you can make those adjustments. But when you're working with, I have 65 sprinters on the team. It's like, what is the best solution for the mean of the individuals?
The majority.